for the Menchville Monarchs. Lamont Strothers, his team wins at 65-52 over Western Branch here in the MLK Bob Dandridge Holiday Challenge at Norfolk State. Coach, it wasn't the best of starts for your team, but you had to be very pleased with the way you guys got after it defensively in the third quarter and then finished the game. I think they won about 5.5, 6 minutes with only one basket.
Right. Well, I mean, we kind of got after it in the locker room at halftime. I just went in and at halftime and talked about, going to McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that. So all good stuff, all good stuff.
Well, which one is better? I'm not sure.
Yeah. But I mean, we got after it. We settled in. Different atmosphere. Playing in Joe Echols, bigger court, and they had to make that adjustment as well because it was, as I told them before we came here. When I found out they moved the court, I said, hey, this court's 94.50. It's a little different. It's 5 feet long on both ends. So, we had to make that adjustment.
What are you seeing from your team? You've got some talent, length, skill, and both ends of the court you can get it done. You had that run into the half. They countered with the run. But in the third quarter, I think you saw a little glimpse of what this team can be long term.
Right. Well, here's how I describe this group.
Okay.
We have one senior, like 8 or 9 juniors, a couple sophomores. In reality, we have one junior, 8 or 9 sophomores.
You didn't play last year, right?
Right, because we didn't play. So those guys are used to playing with Allen and Chauncey and things like that, and then last year they weren't able to stand on their own 2 feet because of COVID. And we played in Boone and things like that. The league got put together, but it wasn't the same as playing in front when it counts. And that every bucket counts, every possession counts, every adjustment counts. Every foul counts. So and that is in itself is an adjustment to them. So, but we're starting to get it. And I knew the second half of the season we were going to be a lot better, even though we finished like 8-3 or 6-3 or something like 7-3. I knew that first half of the season was going to be a little adjustment period for them.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned a couple of players at the Division I level from your program, and Alan Strothers, your son, is at East Tennessee State, and Chauncey Jenkins is at Wichita State. You've got guys that can get there, of course, with the likes of Etienne Strothers, your other son, and A.J. Clark. Together they combine for not just 29 points, but 11 rebounds, 8 steals. How much is that a big emphasis to also fill the other categories besides just scoring the ball? Well,
that's people know that's how I coach, that's how I teach, that's how I develop. We don't just come out there just to look and shoot. We got to, even though I get on Etienne all the time about defensive, getting after it defensively, and just the whole squad too. Just about just playing, about just defending it in general. So I mean, it's a big focal point on that side of the ball, just defending. I mean, because I know we can score.
Yeah.
We're not going to score 70, 80 points a game, but we can score, and so we got to be able to, stop people too or slow people down.
Western Branch was up as many as 5 in the first set, but I thought one of the guys that kept you in it early was Dallas Kendall. He's a big guy for you who's developing. He's pushing now 6 what? What is he?
6'8", 6'9".
I mean, he's got a chance to be a late bloomer and someone that's going to get a steal. And he's going to be a key piece to your playoff run, is he not?
He is, and as I've told college coaches, I said, he's actually a young senior. Mm-hmm. He should actually be a junior. And I said, so if you can get him in redshirt him and put him in your system, not prep him, get him in redshirt and put him in your system, let him get stronger, let him get used to playing with bigger, tougher guys, stronger guys, you're going to have a pretty good player.
His favorite game's coming along.
Yeah, because, I've had Dallas off and on. I had him when he was younger, then he went away for a little bit, then he came back, and you've seen his development, and he can finish around the basket, left or right hand, he can step out and shoot a 3, he'll push the ball and make that one quick move to the basket, so and he kind of plugs it up a little bit when teams are coming to the paint, and I like him to be a little more quicker on the rotation, but I mean he's come a long way.
Sure. And lastly, your team has been knocking on the door before in that state playoffs. That lost a couple of years ago to Kingsport in the semis. 5B is a gauntlet with yourself and Tickertan, Woodside, Bethel, Moore.
Who chose that?
I mean, it's 8 teams that could all go. And even speaking with your son Etienne, the first thing he said was defense. Is it going to be about that for you guys to be one of those teams in the playoffs come state tournament time?
Defense and free throws is what's going to come down to. If you can, because in that state run, that whole side is just tough. Yes, so and then you got Reiner's going to 4. You got LC Bird, those guys up there. So I mean that run is going to come down to possession, free throws. You know, and I tell them that all the time, and we have to hit our free throws. And today we were 17 for 28, which is not great, but I mean, hitting 17 free throws, you know.
You're getting there. Yeah, you're getting there. Well, hope to see the Monarchs on the March to March. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
All right, thank you, man.